This is my YouTube channel. Um, anyway, I was talking. I was, obviously well, not obvious because I haven't talked about it yet. What the subject of this video is. I've been on a lot of dating sites over the years, and this is uh, just my experience. It's obviously, I think, to most people that it's better to meet somebody in person. There's more transparency there. You have an opportunity to really get an impression of someone in person. If you're going on a dating site, it's like it's blind. It's just random too. Um, the algorithm doesn't always match you up with profiles that really people, women, in my case women, that would suit me. I've found there are a lot of scammers. They try to get you to transfer money to them through Venmo or Cash App or something like that. And I've run into some guys that have given women given women money online because they're fucking morons. Um, I would never do that. I mean, save your money for when you do have a girlfriend, because it's expensive being in a relationship. You got to go out to dinner, you got to go to movies and take trips and things like that. So certainly save it for when you have the real thing. I don't. Some people do, obviously. They find a mate online, they might get married, all that stuff. I mean, there are those stories, but I've other than my ex fiance, I haven't met anybody really on an online site in the years since I parted ways with her. It's it's just been a lot of people kind of women leading me on and then ghosting me and stuff like that. It's uh, it's pretty it doesn't seem real. The women don't seem and not I mean, of course, some of them are a lot of women are real, but and there are some that are fake. Yeah, I mean, the fake profiles are pretty easy to spot. They'll have like sort of like supermodel uh, pics of themselves, not of themselves, but in their profile, which are obviously not them. And uh, but yeah, it's just, I mean, to me, they're awful. I mean, I've wasted so much money on them. I've wasted hundreds of dollars on something that yielded no results. And um, and the only reason I'd use them is because there's no place to meet anybody. Um, it's not like I don't really go out anymore at my age. I guess more than middle aged at this point, but I don't know what to call. I just turned 52 on Valentine's Day, so but yeah, um, there's not really a lot of places to meet people. I mean, sometimes you meet people in the workplace or um, through some other, maybe joining some kind of organization. I don't know. Um, so, but yeah, the only woman outside of my family that I trust is my counselor, and um, she probably wouldn't like it if I mentioned her in this video, but anyway, she's a terrific person, and I, but yeah, that's probably why I need to go to therapy, because I'm very lonely, and uh, it's I think about it a lot. I think about being growing old alone, and everything, and that's um, that's what dating sites sort of prey on people's desperation, um, and they get you to spend a lot of money on a service that is very unreliable. Um, and I guess that's kind of the conclusion I have about dating sites. They're just, uh, at least from my experience, they're kind of a dead end. Um, Unless you're really like, there's other guys I'm sure on dating sites. They can, they're a little more financially solvent than I am and everything, and they have a career and they're more interesting or whatever, and they can meet a lot of women on these sites and um, uh, have options, whereas I just you know I don't really attract anyone, and I'm just all alone. So that's just the way that it is. Um, and you really do, I think, um, maybe I could be wrong and I'm just being overly cynical, but you kind of have to meet, if you're going to get married or something like that, meet that person in your 20s and 30s. Because after that, when you get into middle age and a little bit past your early 40s and all of that, it gets harder and harder to meet someone, because a lot of people are married at that point, and then you wait for them to get divorced, and they're, let's say around my age, and I'm not some dude who got divorced because I never was married. I don't have kids. I don't have a lot in common with some of these, 50-year-old women, because they have kids and they're, um, in careers and things like that. Um, so they don't really take me seriously. And that's not quite, I'm not um, I mean, in terms of like saying that dating sites are just basically overall generally bad. They work for some people, but you have to be, um, you have to have something to bring to the table. You can't just like go on a dating site and like, hey man, like I work at Little Caesars pizza place, and I drive them. I got a fucking moped and shit, and or whatever. And you're not gonna attract a lot of women on a dating site. So yeah, it's. I guess that's all I have to say about it. It's um, and I wish I could sue all those dating sites and get my at least to get all my money back. Not any like multi-million-dollar settlement, but just to get my money back, because um, they're they're a scam. They're just a fucking scam. And I'm Daniel Yoxheimer, and this has been my I've said my piece about this and everything. And if you like my YouTube channel, please subscribe and comment below. Watch my older videos; they're entertaining. And I'll see you later.